As you can see, I'm black. I am blacker than black. I am so black that they need to come up with another words besides black because I'm black. And by being black, I'm unseen. So does that make me invisible? No, because then invisible would be clear. And is clear even a color? This is like listening to your favorite talk show radio host here, folks. How are you guys all doing? This is a Black Sunday. Debbie Pepper, you're not getting notices. I've had this notice up for 5-10 minutes. Did you check your bell notification, Sweet Pepper? And right click it to say you can tell that bell that you want notifications all the time. Would they really take you guys off if I talked in my natural tongue like this? Would they really mess you up now? The Lord is good. What in the world is a baby?
Well, it's kind of hard to talk like a white guy. I mean, actually, there are certain words that you articulate that make you sound just like one, but it's quite possible to do, I mean, hey, guys, I mean, actually, according to reading your comments here, I see that someone is telling me to react to Jump in the Saddle Band, the Curly Shuffle. Everyone needs to laugh now and then. But it all depends, Jeff, if that's even funny, sir. So, I mean, um, actually, I mean, Trey Alexander is a good thing. You can't see me. Well, Nikki, I can't see you either. I see you have a new profile picture there, Nikki, she elf. I think that's what Modern Renaissance Man calls you. By the way, this is actually not Modern Renaissance Man. His account is hacked. Just XOXO Bob. He can tell you guys all about it. It got to be a white guy that does the hacking because black guys don't know anything about hacking. Well, at least the ones I work around don't. Well, guys, I mean, it's kind of cool to be right behind these talking to you guys because you can't see if it's actually really me talking or not. So I in my way, I think it's kind of cool. I have a lot of constituents and they all tell me that yeah, it's kind of cool. Avery, it's actually you. Oh, everybody wants something, Iris. Everybody wants something, but we all don't get what we want now, do we? Pay the light bill? No, I'm black. There is no light. Because if it was, then it wouldn't be black now, would it be? Rob, you didn't notice that I was black? I've always been black. Am I hiding in the dark? I am dark. That doesn't make any sense. How can you tell a black person to be black when they're black? That doesn't make any sense. Hey, are you hiding in the black? There's Violet. Violet's here, everybody. Say hello to Violet. I played your audio the other day, Violet. Everyone got to hear that beautiful Ireland accent they did.
If I come to the light, that means I won't be here anymore. I want to remain on Earth as long as I can. What you at, Ty? What you at? I at home. Well, that's how the people in the South say it. They say, what y'all want? Wagwan people. Huh. The better to hear you with She Elf. How are you guys all doing? Hope y'all all doing good tonight. I'm still trying to get used to this camera, man. Sometimes the lighting is good, sometimes the lighting is not. It all depends on where I move it. I don't know. It has to be like under the correct settings. I don't. Yeah. Da 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 da. No, I didn't lose my mind. Merci beaucoup. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It's really weird because usually when I get done doing a reaction video, I can just start talking. Now I have to press a button to mute the speakers and then press the button to turn the mic on to talk. I don't know. Then there's also a few things that I have to do that whenever I do click to upload it, like I'm like, this don't look as clear this day. This doesn't look as crisp this day. But then there's other times where it looks really good. So like when I'm looking at it right now, according to what I see on my screen, it looks okay. But the light. What's going on, Jeffrey Gilbert? Yeah, and in case y'all didn't know, I'm pretty sure y'all did know. I ended that chat last night. It had nothing to do with it being late, but it had something to do with when something is over, it's over. So hopefully the thing that's over and done with doesn't come up again, because if it does start to come up, I'm going to just press the button and be out of here again. So thank you, Libby Wop. Okay, Violet, you're gonna be Violet, you weren't here last night. I played your everybody got to hear your voice last night. And what was the deal with Mandy Atterbury? That was crazy. She was I was like, okay. And then you heard her talking and all that. So no, Nikki, you didn't miss nothing. Todd, absolutely not. I think we have 500 years of that. I'm not trying to be funny, but no. Laugh, people. It's okay. Some people don't get it. Yes, they heard your voice, Violet, and they loved it. So, Violet, what happened is after they did that, it gave me, some people didn't get it. Some people still don't get it. It gave me the idea to where on Instagram, it would be cool if some people that actually follow, some people that are on Instagram with me, that they could send a voice recording to me, and I would play the voice recording while we're live and try to have some people figure out who's the person talking. Peggy, how you doing, sis? Yeah, Rob, some people didn't get it. Irish, yeah, you must be new to the channel. You said any subjects that are taboo. Yeah. I made a huge mistake yesterday. I would dwell on it all day. This time I took your advice and not let it ruin my day. We all make mistakes. Thanks for your teachings. Absolutely, Nina. I'm glad you did it. It will ruin you. Wait, you said you're not new. You missed that live. You said but up in your comment, you said any subjects that are taboo. So that's why I say you must be new, because a lot of our live chats, taboo is not even a word. I mean, taboo to ubu. So, no, I won't get into stuff like that. PG-13ish, jokative, yeah, but we ain't gonna get into that. I'm gonna shut it right off. I ended the live because I ended it. That's why. Because going back to that subject is going to bring stuff back up, which I'm not going to do. So I'm moving on. So you're much appreciated, Ty, and all the good people. Lefty Lucy, thank you. So many times I messed up and just left destroying me for weeks and less waste of energy. Better to move on. Nina, absolutely. No, that's fine, Violet. It was cool. It was cool to hear how you sounded. And last night I said you sound exactly like how you look. I don't know if that makes sense to you, but yeah, seeing how your profile picture is and all that, the way you talk is you look like you talk like you do. I don't know if that makes sense. If like there's some people that you go to speak to them, you're like, okay, I did not expect him to talk like that. You did? You want to hear it, Sweet Pepper? Violet? It's gonna make you turn red like a tomato again. Okay, Rob. You sound just like Violet. This thing is weird. Brighter, darker. So Irish, you sound like a cat. Ooh, I hate to talk to you. Well, listen to you. Okay. Here's Violet's voice.
Thank you. That means a lot, Ty. That really means so much to me. Thanks so much. I just thought I'd send you a message on this. It's easier, and plus my wrist is kind of hurting me as well. And I'm cooking with the other hand as well, so it's kind of awkward. But yeah, thanks so much, bro. Plus, you also heard my Irish accent. I hope you can understand me.
Isn't that cool? She sounds like she has a book reading voice too. You put somebody to sleep. Uh, Angelina. What? Sexy voice. What? Her voice sounds nice, like she would just be so endearing. What? Y'all, what in the world? Okay. Weird, I guess. She kind of has like a Mrs. Doubtfire essence to her voice. Just so sweet sounding. I don't know about y'all. Sexy. I don't know about that. Yeah, Violet. Yeah, they probably made you turn red, didn't they? Poor Violet. You missed it, Mama Don. You want me? You want to hear? You want to hear Violet? I thought you were here. I thought you were here when I played Violet's voice. Yeah, I bet you are. I am too. I'm right there with you. I said the softness. All right, Janet Carter. Boy. Play it again, play it again, play it again. Okay, Mama Dawn.
Thank you. That means a lot, Ty. That really means so much to me. Thanks so much. I just thought I'd send you a message on this. It's easier, and plus my wrist is kind of hurting me as well. And I'm cooking with the other hand as well, so it's kind of awkward. But yeah, thanks so much, bro. Plus, you also heard my Irish accent. I hope you can understand me.
If this is your first time visiting MRM channel, let me say welcome, welcome, welcome. He's glad that you're here, but you should know the rules. Number one, do not make requests during the live chat, for MIM will either ignore them or he will simply delete the comments. And should your comment get deleted if you keep on requesting them, you will all of a sudden keep hearing this sound. Follow with the which means you've died. That goes for everyone. So I'm not pointing nobody out. They're just covering the board because it might be people in here lurking that don't know that, but I'm just letting you know. I do not take live requests during the chat. Oh, shot group. Oh man. You know, I mean, how many times I'm quoted? Hell, anytime. Anytime. If any of you guys are on Instagram, you need to, I guess, what do you call it? What do you call it when somebody gets on Instagram, which you're like on YouTube, they subscribe to you, but what do you call them when somebody you on Instagram? What is it called? Oh, you thought she sung. Yes, they will. Alpha male, how you doing? You still doing those crazy hot sauce challenges, dude? JT got a hat on in this new profile picture. G.I. Jane. Heather M. Mm-hmm. Ni hao. Hasta tahiyat ka. You sign up on Instagram and then follow someone or not. Oh. BY, if you're talking to me, I am from Earth. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Violet. Exactly. But Heather, that's only a little bit of that, though. That's all I know of that. That's it. Angelina Raymond, how do you go? Ireland is beautiful. Ireland is beautiful. I got drunk there. It's like, wait, what? So you say Ireland is beautiful. I was all in the country lane and seen the meadows and all. Ireland is beautiful. I got drunk. You weren't in Ireland. You were just drunk and seeing things. So that's what you thought you were in Ireland. I'm joking. You're funny. My first time here, and Earth is home, but where? On the ground. The United States. Mama Don, exactly. DJ Mystique. Hello, have to say I love your reaction videos, and I've caught. Just found you yesterday. Oh wow, you got some catching up to do. A lot of catching up. But I hope you don't just watch the reaction videos like 90% of people do. That's why I'm making another channel. Alpha male, I can't talk about it because some stuff is not over. So, or been shown. But it's not so much as something being, I can just tell you, it's not so much as something being mental or physical. It's more or less of some obstacles, some devices can be tweaked to where something can move slower or move faster. So I'm gonna just leave it at that. She requests some cake. Yeah, and Charleston chews anything chocolate. Let me see if I remember. You said, yeah, Milo cups or something. Marlowe cups, zero, candy bar, sugar. Yeah, sugar babies, not sugar gliders. Charleston chews, Marlowe cups, something like that. Zero bars and sugar babies or sugar 10-shot group. Cool. Merci beaucoup. Oh. No, those weren't dirt. Oh, you just almost made me slip up on something. I'm not going to say them. Jeffrey Gilbert, no. Not at all. Joni Techno, hello. I have no idea, but yeah. Well, water for one, because that's what 90% of it is. But the lycopene that's in it, but it also has a nice mineral in it that's really good for men that are impotent. Seriously. My eyelash action is great. My eyelash action is great. Oh, I left you a little thing too. Yeah, I know. Yeah, that was cool. I just found his videos last week and catching up. I hope sarcasm stays a little light. BY, I don't know what you mean by that. Thank you, Alpha. Yeah, exactly. 100%. Irish girl, type out the you know how you put the at symbol, and then start to type the person's name out. And by the time you type the person's name out, they should show you different people named that start with that letter or what. So, but that's how you do it. You got to type at. So you're talking shift and the at sign. Yeah, BY said, hope the sarcasm stays light. Ha ha ha, BY, because I'm good. That's a compliment where I come from. Now, there's a lot of speech pathologists that actually can pick up different regions. They'll tell me. They'll say, I hear a little bit of Midwest in there. I hear a little bit of Southern, and I hear a little bit of something else I can't predict. So that's cool. I like it that way. Renee, are you trying to be slick? You trying to figure something out about Ninja Warrior, aren't you? Mr. My friend, my man. Okay, I don't know how to say your name, but watermelon with salt. I love me some watermelon that can help lower my blood pressure, but I'm gonna put the salt on it so it won't lower my blood pressure. Right, JT, exactly. I'm definitely not going nowhere where I can be aired out. These people that want to raid Area 51, you almost like, why don't y'all go? Would you ever appear on Survivor? No, I've already survived, so no. Survivor would be easy compared to growing up in the hood and stuff. So, Martian accent, yeah. Oh, okay. Thanks, Violet, because I was like, watermelon and salt. Oh my gosh. Absolutely not. Heather, you didn't hear what I said earlier? I said, I think we've already endured 500 years of that already. So it's no. Nikki, nope. I just answered that question again. That's crazy. Todd, did you just say this shows that salt does not raise the blood pressure? Okay. Since you guys don't know my background and that I specialize in stuff with a degree in physical therapy and also with kinesiology with the specialty in cytology, check this out. Most of your salt is 3 parts, okay? It is, which is made out of sodium, okay? You got that, salt, sodium chloride. You got glass, and you got sand. That all comes together from the table salt that you eat that makes up that little bitty crystal. When that little bitty crystal goes into your body and it dissolves, one thing that doesn't dissolve is the compound that makes it up, which is the glass and the sand. But guess what? Those little bitty things have to travel through your body. And sometimes it's so small, minute, they're in your bloodstream. And when those little bitty, itty bitty microscopic pieces of glass that actually makes up the compound of salt travels through your bloodstream, it scrapes your blood vessels along the way, microscopically. Now, the body heals itself with those little microscopic scrapings by sending something called cholesterol there. When cholesterol tries to go in there and help the blood vessels out by packing it up with possibly platelets or anything like that, guess what happens? They become clogged. The blood can't get through like it should be. And if the blood can't get through like it should be, the blood pressure raises because it's trying to burst through there. Therefore, the salt raises your blood pressure. Drop the mic. I'm here all day, folks. I'm here all day. So if you turn around and say, well, the medical studies have shown that salt doesn't raise the blood pressure, that's because they want you to keep coming. No. You can't get an STD. You can't get a sexually transmitted disease if you don't use a condom. No way. Using condoms will not keep you from getting an STD. So you don't need a condom. You don't need one. Oh, you won't get an STD. Keep on coming in. Oh, you won't get sugar diabetes if you keep on eating that. Oh, you won't get fat if you keep on. No, you won't. It's a family hereditary thing. Oh, no, you won't. Why you steady coming to the hospital and they're racking up that money? Trust me. I work in one. So. Right. If it's like sea salt, that's different. It's a whole different chemical makeup. So, well, they changed the STI because at first, a lot of things that are considered to be a disease are not necessarily all the time curable. So if they classify it as a disease and they're treating you, you can't come back and try to file something against them because you can say this medicine you give me is not working. So if it's a disease, most diseases can be under classification where they can't be necessarily cured or healed. They can only be pretty much like kept at bay. But something like an infection most likely can be taken care of. So now some sexually transmitted diseases that were considered diseases now have been brought down to infection because an infection can be treated or cured, so to speak. So Oh my God, Crystal. Yeah, that's a miracle within itself. Well, the reason why they can survive is because the heart starts to adapt to their body. But if they get up and do any type of movement, then that's where the downfall comes in. So their heart rates are super slow beating. I mean, it's crazy. No, Diet Coke is just as deadly as you might as well just drink the regular soda. Because whatever they put in it, the Splenda, whatever they put in there, that no. I'll just say, even though I know Dorothy Schläfer, hola, ¿cómo está? But what should I look for in mineral water? Minerals? I'm just messing with you. But well, C diff is high where you are, Shelly. Something's wrong. I'm not sure, but honestly, look, this is one of the things stevia has just kind of come on not too long ago. So me personally, I haven't actually really researched and studied or anything like that. And I haven't come across anybody or any patients that actually are on stevia that got like diabetes or pre-diabetic symptoms or anything like that to know enough about it. That's something that I actually have in my little list of things that I want to actually study to see I know where it derives from, it's plant-based, whatever like that, but to see if anything else is added to it, because the most addicting thing in this whole world is not drugs and cocaine, and it's sugar. Cool, Dorothy. Well, that's good. That's a blessing then, Heather. If you drink soda and it gives you UTIs, that's a blessing. You don't have to fight and struggle with it then, unless you just say, you know what? Screw it. I'm about to get this UTI. I'm about to take down these 12 Pepsis. You can get your own testing strips too to put in the water to see if it really is legit like they claim it is. Jackie Swanson, yes, you can do that, but also you can, when you do it, don't just gargle it. Like, try to just keep it in your mouth as long as you can, and then when you do spit it out, then you take a toothbrush to it, and very gently take a towel, and put peroxide over the towel, and put some baking soda on it, and then just kind of lightly rub your teeth with it. And I don't mean like go like this. I mean like lightly rub your teeth with it. Then after that, more peroxide in, just hold it in there for like a good 30 seconds to a minute. That's awesome, Violet. Good. Would you want to be able to know the answer to a question, but no one will believe you? Back mag is like that all the time. So yeah, because if I know that it's to be truth, and then I can spread it to my family or possibly friends, then I know that they can get that truth too and make their lives better. But otherwise, trust me, it's stuff that I talked about in it before. It's stuff that I've talked about in here before, and there's been people like, "Oh, bull crap, that's crazy! I can't believe you're doing that. You're jeopardizing your family." But everybody knows if you are science minded like me, I'm a science major, that you know that to form a hypothesis, these things have to be tested. So if I'm testing this on my own family and I'm seeing that I'm coming out on 100%, then something is wrong. I don't care what the mainstream media in the world says. I'm just saying I did this on my own family, and I'm saying, why isn't it happening to my family and they're doing good versus these other test subjects who are not doing good? So, but I still have people say, oh, well, no, that can't be. Well, like I said, it worked for mine. Oh, yeah, Shelly. Absolutely. UTIs can have people out of their mind. It's amazing. Scott McClellan, that's always usually when people get offended, the first response is the defense. The defense goes up. When the defense goes up, that means a person might feel like they're being attacked without actually stopping and thinking and seeing if somebody's actually trying to enhance them or help them. But they go on a defense. And once the defense goes up, then the emotion comes behind it where they respond with anger. And then, most of the time when people are speaking out of anger, they're not really reasoning anyway. So that's why when I start to feel that come off of people, I just let the fire just burn. Because eventually, if there's no oxygen there to keep on feeding the fire is going to come down and it's going to come to a little kinder, and then it's just going to go away. Once it goes away, then I can come back and talk with them. But otherwise, I give people their time to boil down. I mean, because people will go behind my back and they'll talk about me, they'll bash me, they'll do all these different things, whatever. I'm talking about people that I talk to, like human beings that I actually interact with physically. They'll do that. They'll be gone for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, but then they gradually find their way back, and which I understand. I'm like, hey, everybody is not like that yet. Everybody responds differently. Everybody is not that strong enough to actually handle something like that. I mean, when my cards get pulled and somebody is reading my card, I make myself think, okay, calm down. I'm like thinking to myself, like, okay, wait, chill. See what this dude is talking about. Or see what this woman is talking about. Okay, well, you know what? Now I'll tell somebody, well, at this moment, I don't agree with you yet, but I will go and check it out to see what that's all about, though. But some people just, what? That's a lie. Because and it's like, okay, they really, when they get to responding like that, you're not going to get to them. So I just don't even talk no more, so. But the thing is that, like, in my particular case, people in here know I never try to bring nothing on anyone. You know what I mean? I don't just get on here and just say, hey, guys, you need to drink more. I don't do that. People ask me questions, then I respond to it. But I'm never one to actually just try to go and spill my knowledge on somebody. Somebody have to ask me a question, or somebody would have to be, inquiring on why I think like I think, or what I do. Because otherwise, if you go and you try to push yourself or your knowledge on somebody and they don't even want to hear it, it's like people knocking on your door saying, do you know that Jehovah is? And you're like, oh my God, hey, did you know that John found golden bars up in upstate New York? And, he is and you're like, oh my God, it ain't that it may not be true. It's just that at the time you don't want to hear it. So when I get that feeling that people don't want to hear it, I stop. I mean, it's cool. I leave them alone. Let's talk about something else. That's what I'll do. Yep, Scott, that's how it is, man. I just think that the hardest thing that most people are going to have to learn, and people can be well into their adult years. What I learned from preaching and teaching and just growing, I learned that it can take a lifetime for people to learn how to know how to actually communicate without letting their emotions and feelings get involved, but just actually looking at a subject and talking about a subject for what it is, for what the subject is, versus letting their own personal opinion or their own personal whatever get in the way of it, Absolutely, Swanson. Yep, Scott, absolutely. That's why, I mean, I'm telling you, it's crazy that, even like if I'm like in the stores, y'all, this weird people, me and my wife, all the time, we can be out and about. A random person would just come up and they'll just say, that juice that you guys have in your car, is it good? And we'll go, yeah, I was talking about how I've been drinking this particular juice right here for years. It's good for this and that. We'll find ourselves in a conversation with this person for like another hour and a half, sitting there in the grocery store for an hour and a half talking to this person. And then I learned long enough now that it's not about them actually about the juice. They're actually just trying to inquire about something. They can possibly feel something coming off of you and they're drawn by it. And then once they get to talking to you, they're like, oh, I knew it was something about you that I liked. So, yeah, but that's the way Jesus did. He always met a person where they were. But people don't like to do that today. People just like to overlook folks and all that. I mean, it's just... I've noticed that religious people are most offended, even among each other, if you worship the wrong God. Yeah, hell, and that's the thing, though. See, that's why in this other channel that I'm going to be starting, I'm going to be addressing a whole lot of that stuff more, because they don't understand that, man, they come off wrong. Matter of fact, there was somebody that was in the same exact denomination of people. And then a different church that's of the same denomination came to where this girl worked at, and she was their waitress, and they treated her so bad, had no idea she was of the same denomination. So I mean, guys, it's so much. The thing about a lot, that's why I say a lot of times when I tell people, I say I'm not religious. And what I mean by that, I'm not religious in the sense of I don't do these certain type of standards that a lot of churches try to push on you to say, if you do these things right here, like we tell you, that means you're saved, or that means that you're in good standing with God. When all along you read the Bible, you see in there, you're like, it has nothing to do with what y'all telling us. But if they don't see you do it, don't hang around him. He'll take you to hell. I mean, it's crazy. So, but that's what happens a lot. You'll find out they'll pull you in and get you in there, loving you and all this and doing great and all this. And then as soon as you get in, they start hitting you with all these rules, but not even giving you a chance to actually just try to learn and grow at your own rate. So that's where it gets that's where a lot of things get so mixed up when it comes to things like that. And you're right, they do. That's why people get so funny. Like, wait a minute, you're Christian? Yeah. You follow the God? Yeah. Oh, wow, dude. You like, I've been told plenty of times that I'm completely different from a lot of people that other folks come around. For one, I don't come at nobody with judgment. I might come and tell things like the Bible says. They're like, this is what I'm saying. People like to throw that word out there. Well, man, you're judging me. No, I didn't judge you, because judgment means I'm putting a final say so on you, saying this is it. This is who you are. That's all you're going to ever be. This is you. Bam. I don't do that. I do what Jesus said when he said, you shall know them by their fruit. If you're sitting up here trying to tell me that you are an apple tree and all I'm seeing is oranges, I'm going to say, dude, you're an orange tree, or you're judging me. No, I'm looking at the fruit. It's oranges and you're saying you're an apple. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying I'm doing what the Bible said. I'm knowing you. I'm knowing, not judging. I'm knowing you by your fruit. Matter of fact, let me take one down. Dude, that skin is bitter. You're clearly an orange. So I mean, if people get mad, so, and I'm using it as a metaphor, saying to certain people that I talk to, certain subjects that I do, like I always try to have a person in a sense to where I don't like try to come at them and bash them. I try to come at the way where I ask questions like, do you think that was right? Do you think that was wrong? Do you think it's okay? Or I always ask people, what is your heart's intent in what you're saying right now? And then well, you think you're just something. You think that you don't do it. No, it ain't that. It's just that then you try to change the subject. We're not talking about me right now. We're talking about you. So it's all these little mind games that people like to try to throw out and play. But I'm so used to doing that. I always make people, I bring them back into focus. No, we're not talking about me. Yeah, you can judge. You can say I'm judging. You can say all these different things. You can say how, oh, you just think you're so right. No, don't try to change the subject because we're talking about what you did wrong right now. Don't try to do that. It ain't that I think I'm right. It's just that right now you're wrong. So, but that's what happened though. So. What is a homie chair? Yeah, see, I think what makes people what messes people up, if we're talking about the let me see, guys, these comments are flying. I'm sorry. Holy smokes. Okay, Heather, I appreciate that. I see that. J. Paul Lightfoot, haven't seen you in a long. I don't know that question, J. Paul. Okay, Corey, that's good that you said that. Now it's just one of those things where we just watch it. People will be more drawn to you if you just treat them like a human being instead of treating them like there's some species that's gonna see. The thing is that church, a lot of times in the church realm, they teach you, if you talk to people that are not of God, they're gonna end up entrapping you and getting you out there, and you're gonna become this, and you're gonna go, no, because once I get a hold of this thing that's really real and really true, can't nobody get me from him. No way. Especially if you had a real experience. So no way. I don't care what nobody say. People can say, oh, that's a bunch of bummer eyes, or that's bummer clown. You can say what you want. You can say that's dumb. You can say that's crazy. I don't care because I know. So that's why I tell people, don't trust me. Don't believe what I'm saying. What's going on, Sterling? You don't have to even try to follow what I'm saying when it comes to those things of God. If he wants to get your attention, he knows how to. So, but I just think that a lot of times, I just think, yeah, it's comfortable and cozy. I just think a lot of times though that just amongst Christians, it can give a lot of people a bad name because how they treat people that are not Christian or not Christian according to their standards that their church has taught them what Christian living lives is. So it's like you miss a couple of Sundays. Oh man, he backslidden. But yet the people that go to church every Sunday, they can be some of the most bitter, mean people. But here you are, you come in there, you're nice, but they only see you once a month. But oh man, I wish she can get her life right with God. You basing this person relationship and their life with God based on how many times you see them come to church. That's crazy. No, I can believe it. Helena Drake Hotties. I can believe it. Well, that's what it is. That's why, I mean, Jackie, I have a part on my channel called in my playlist called Intro to Christ, and that's what I tell people. It's like if you're your body, you're the church. The church is his people, the assembly. So when people say, "Do you go to church?" That's like asking me, "Do I go to black?" No, I can't go to something that I am. You know what I mean? I can't go to black. So when you say go to church, and if I am the church, I can't go to something that I am. I just am. So yeah, Todd, I know, and it's hard. And they know to understand the Bible is really not hard because if you actually ask the person that actually inspired men to write those down, then he can break it down for you. But it's when man put their twist and spin on it, is when things go terribly wrong. So the number one thing I push, if there's anybody that's inquiring about Christ and living for Christ, I tell them hook up with him. And it makes people, when I say people, it makes other ministers mad. No, they need to come and get some teachings. No, they need to get a relationship with him, period. Because it said his spirit will lead you into all truth and righteousness. So why are you trying to be the one to step in front of God anyway, period? That's what I'm telling you. Well, Libby Hawkins, if wherever you live or what city you live in, you never know. It might be somebody in here that might live in the same vicinity that you live, and they probably can come and get a job where you are. So since you need more employees, you must got a very lucrative business. Is it your business? JT, absolutely. Well, yeah, Scott, in a sense, but here's the thing though. See, that's what I think where we go wrong at is that we try to put God in this certain type of box. For instance, Jesus, one minute he spit in the man's eyes, another minute he spit in the dirt and made mud and put it in the man's eyes. So in other words, he never do everything the same. So let's just say if those two blind men could start two different type of religion. One man could say, "Oh man, he spit in my eyes and told me, he spit in my eyes and I was able to see." And the other guy like, "Well, I don't know what type of man did that to you. That seems kind of nasty to me, but the man that did it to me, he rubbed some mud in my eyes and then I went to that pool and I washed it out. So I don't know." And there got two different religions already from that. And what I mean by that is the way my relationship is with him doesn't mean that that's how your relationship is going to be with him, because he knows all of our personalities and all that. So he deals with all of us differently. So for me to sit here and tell somebody, well, you know what, he's going to come and do it this way, and I can't do that. I hear you, Debbie. I hear you, Sweet Pepper. All right, Violet. Sleep well, sis. Avery, I don't know who you're talking to. Heather, that's usually how it goes. I mean, not usually, but unfortunately, that's how a lot of things go. I say it's almost like some doctors, some surgeons that I've done some work around, that they do everything they can to get you in there for that surgery, the staff and everybody. But it's like after you get that surgery, you probably can't even find your doctor no more. You can say something's wrong with my leg. Oh, well, he'll get you in here in 3 weeks. But before that, they're calling you. Hey, you want to come in and get that consult? You want to come in and get that consult? Hey, you want to come in and get that? You want to come in and have that x-ray done? You want to come in? We're going to schedule your surgery for this day. After that surgery, it's all of a sudden like, oh, hey, y'all was caring for me before I had the surgery. Now that I got the surgery done, y'all kind of, so. Scott McClellan, I agree. I 100% agree with that. Dorothy, no, I didn't. All right, Violet. It's within, Heather. You ask him to lead you and guide you, okay? You ask him to lead you to the right place. And what happened, you never know. It might come with somebody you end up just having a conversation with. And you might just ask them, oh, wow, so what church do you attend? And they'll tell you. You might don't even tell them that you're going to come. You just go and visit there, however it may be. But here's the thing. Whether it's Christians, whether it's regular people, I hate to even say that, Christians, regular people, I don't care who it is, always make sure that you surround yourself with somebody that's doing nothing more than building you up. That's what it should be. Everybody should be building each other up. It shouldn't be where I'm getting built up, but since I'm a little bit above you, I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you there because I don't want you on my level. And that goes on a lot in church. It goes on a lot in the work world, that if somebody feels like they're at a certain point in their career or success, or even in church, whatever, they feel like they got a little bit of something to where they don't want nobody else to be up there with them, when it shouldn't be that way. I think that's the biggest downfall of just people, period, man. I mean, and at the same time, one of the things I'm telling you, it's going to be really hot on my other channel once I get it going. Whenever we get everything settled, she know who I'm talking to, or Mark, Steve, Helena, great stuff y'all giving me. But whenever it's going to make a lot of them mad because too many, man, church is completely different now. Pastors them are like elevated to this level of, I don't know, where almost like they can't be touched. Like it's like, wow, I can't go up there. They got pallbearers and I forget what they call the other name, where they got I like one church we thing we saw before, the man going around preaching, a dude following the pastor around and wiping the pastor's face. It's like, no, dude, what is going on, man? I mean, it's so crazy. Everything, no past to me, in my opinion, and I said this on my intro to Christ thing, I don't feel that a pastor in a church should be doing better than a church congregation. Y'all get what I'm saying? I feel like if the pastor is there to take care of the flock, like they say, the flock should be looking better than him. You get what I'm saying? Same thing I look at it with my family. How does it look? I'm going around looking all good, doing well, dressed nice, but then my wife and my kids, they going around looking like we found them on the streets. That's crazy. That's what I'm saying. Things like that always just mess with me. That's just, to me, me personally, the church, if I was I know that there ain't no way I'm gonna do it. But if I was at a church over a church, I'll be darned if anybody in that church did not look just as good as I did. I'll be darned if they didn't feel as good as I did. You know, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, physically, no matter what. I will have to get them there. There's no way it should be people. I mean, there's no way you should be part of a church congregation and you just in there struggling and the church is not helping. I knew of someone that went to a church since she was a kid. Her mom then were a part of this church too since they were teenagers before she was born. She paid her tithes and offerings for 30 some plus years. Her and her husband got in a bad bind, a really bad bind. He got in a really bad accident, work got cut, whatever. She trying to do extra hours at the hospital. They got in a really bad bind. She asked the church to help her out. And this is a church of over 500 people. They told her no. Put it to the deacon board and all this. And they told the girl no. When on paper, she paid well over, I don't know how much thousands of dollars since she was working, 15 years old. She'd been paying tithes and offers for X amount of years. And you telling me they couldn't even help pay the girl $300 bill. All they had to ask was every member in the church, we got something going on here. Somebody needs some help here. Everybody, we just asking whoever, just come around and give $1 and it's taken care of. But they told her no. So that's what I'm saying. Things like that tears me up. But then yet they'll get up there, God and Jesus, he wants you to be. Well, hey, y'all couldn't even pay the girl bill. That's what I'm saying. That stuff like that just, it irks me. So what do you feel about gay people? I don't feel nothing about gay people. You got to kind of clarify that question. Gay people, I treat a gay person just like I would any other straight person. Like I'm going to treat them like a human being, which they are. So to me, I don't know. See, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. The fact that, and I'm not saying it's not your fault, but the fact that you had to ask that question, it almost leads me to believe, and I could be wrong, that somebody in the Christian world has it set up or somebody have it done in a way to where Christian, you bet it's unapproachable, you know? So, but no, I'm going to treat every last person like a human being, plain and simple. Yeah, Debbie, that's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, the thing is, it makes everybody else look bad. When you going around screaming at people and all that, that just makes a Christian world. It makes all of us look bad. So again, I'm looking at the comments in here, and guys, I'm telling you, you guys can see the comments as clear as I can. It's hard to distinguish who y'all talking to if y'all not putting modern Renaissance man in. So if I'm just sitting here like, that means I'm just reading y'all comments and I'm taking it like you're not talking to me because I don't see the modern Renaissance man part in there. So well, yeah, I'm not even. Yeah, JT. Yeah, I'm not even gonna. Yeah, I already. You kind of read my mind because I'm like, I'm not even gonna get all into that no more. If they want to, they can go back and watch that video. If you want to know my thoughts on all that, there's a playlist, and you can go to MRM Live, and you can see all the topics in there. And we have talked about this before, so I'm not going to get back into that portion of it if that's where this was getting ready to go. Non-lethal, he is in the back chewing on his bone. Oh, I know you do, Dorothy. I know you do. I got you, Violet. Wendy, and the beetle. I had to throw that in there. Oh, man. Absolutely not. Yeah. I just think I know when I do it though, I'm gonna leave some of the postings on here too, but I really am gonna be really hitting pretty hard on my other channel of actually trying to get people into that what I call superior minded thinking. In order to have superior minded thinking, you got to be hooked up to the one that's superior. So anyway, I'm telling you, it's awesome. That's why things like what I deal with, even in the chat room or even in life, if you had a hold of that wisdom, I'm telling you, it can't take you. It just can't. You talking about an everlasting joy or everlasting peace all the time? All the time. I'm serious. Heather M., you have a good night. Life is different from the 80s. That's fine. I wasn't there. So I mean, I was like a sperm cell. So I don't know. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but okay. Bond Milton 928. Ramona said, yep. Oh, I ain't gonna get into it. You have to go, Irish girl, you have to go to my playlist and click on MRM Live and find the title of me talking about that subject. So I have not read a thing about Napoleon. I went to public school in the big city. They didn't teach that to us. In public school, I know that George Washington was the first president. Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president. Somebody was honest because they cut down the cherry tree. Christopher Columbus them came over here to America and had Thanksgiving, which was a lie. But I mean, so I tried checking on YouTube page, but couldn't find anything. Have you done any Jack Johnson? I have no idea, JT. I don't think so. You afraid to go listen to that? There's nothing to be afraid of. Hell, not when it's no. Because the thing is, though, you guys see how I come off. I don't come off as no Herbert. I come off in a very y'all seen it. So you recommend a song, but I put it in the comment section. Todd Outlaw, you sound just like the people we got away from. See, stories all mixed up. Cherry Tree is George Washington. I thought George Washington. No, never mind. I thought because he didn't tell a lie, that's why they call him Honest Abe. I thought Abraham Lincoln was the one to cut the tree down. See, public school. Oh, 77 times 7. You change your name real quick. Okay. Well, that's a good way of putting it, I guess, Wendy. Have I ever heard about the Book of Life? No, I lived the life. So if I lived my life and I wrote a book, would that be called a Book of Life? I'm messing with you. Yes, I've heard of that. A dream is a goal with a deadline. Yes, but then once you reach that deadline, you're going to be like those penguins in Madagascar. They did all that planning and all that stuff to get where they wanted to get. As soon as they got to Antarctica, they were like, okay, now what? Always have goals. Always have goals. Always. Even if it's just a goal for that day. Set goals for that day. Wow. Teach the states. That's a good question, Sterling. That's a good question. I think what you just said, I think that. I just say I don't know why it's important for the person to let me know that, like it's going to change something. He said a dream is a goal without a deadline. Yeah, Peggy Wilson, it's a blessing with the positives until I step on somebody's toes, even while being positive, and it's still. Let me stop. I'm teasing, but yeah. Uh-oh, what's about to come, Sterling? Carl Ray, thank you. Ricardo Junco, it's going. It's going. That's what it's doing. It's going. Dorothy, absolutely not. I was born neutral, but I came up in a way that no. What you seeing now is a total opposite of what I was. So no, I was terrible. I was on the way to being one of those people y'all was going to read about in Chicago or something like that shot somebody or killed somebody. That's where I was on the road to, and didn't care. Oh wow, Wendy, I hear you. Mm. Well, Wendy, and see, that's another thing too. You know, Wendy, that's the thing too. See, I heard that in church a lot. I mean, we couldn't even go to a fair or a carnival because carnival has the word carnal in it, and that means you're being carnal if you go to it. It's like, what, man? It's so much stuff that just messed it. It will mess people up. It's crazy when people say worldly things. So when you go jump in your car and drive, you're doing something worldly. I mean, I'm just saying. That's what I'm saying. They need to bring a lot of things need to be taught away. What's considered worldly? See, it's written in the Bible. It says, "Be ye not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." So the fact that he said, "Don't be conformed to the world," but then he says, "Transformed by the renewing of your mind." Don't be conformed to the world. Renew your mind. So to me, I'm getting from that. He's saying, "Don't be conformed to the world's way of thinking." If he's telling me to renew my mind, I'm not going to have my mind and my thinking and my ways like what the world ways are, which I'm telling you now, if you're anything different or go against, not I don't want to say go against, if you're not in agreement with what the world system and the world's way of thinking is, then you're considered, It's like, no, I just don't know. That's what I tell them. No. I told this story before. What turned me around is that there was a situation that was going on. We were somewhere, and y'all can see it in the Brooks and Dunn video. Y'all can, here you go, right there. I will give you the link. You can watch that Brooks and Dunn video, and you can hear what happened. I will give you the link. Otherwise, I'm about to have to tell this story over again. But if you want to, the link is there. Let's see. Excuse me. Okay. Here we go. See, whoever asked me what, there's the link right there. If you watch that link with the Brooks and Don, you get to hear it right there. Well, Stephen Cameron, see, that's what I'm saying. People, they need to go a little bit in depth when they say that. You know what I mean? I hate when they do that, because then rapping is the devil music, but it's like rapping is not music. Rapping is actually a style of articulating words. So when people say rock and roll is when they, I mean, man, we had rock and roll, hip hop. I mean, God, only thing that wasn't devil music was Christian music or gospel music. But then you got people like Kurt Franklin, and if you calling that Christian music, no, I mean, some of the stuff, no. But it's okay because he's doing it in churches and stuff, so his music is okay. But he doing Michael Jackson. I mean, it's crazy. Jackie Swanson, absolutely. I had my experience with God when I was 10 years old. Was starving, like literally starving, and actually prayed to God, to Buddha, to Jesus, to Krishna, to Kundalini, to Muhammad, to Allah. I prayed to all of them, and only one showed up. And ever since then, it's just that's been it. Oh no, I gotta go. Boy, that got me. Holy smokes. Oh, man. No, Sterling, it was you. Oh, good night, man. Oh, man. Holy smokes, man. You got me with the Sterling. I was just waiting on it. That's all I'm saying. Oh, good night. Ah. That Oh, man. Sterling. I'm sorry. Yeah, Sterling, you. Oh man. HS HS La Fever. Thank you. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all know y'all might be commenting right now, but I'm going back up and making sure I didn't miss anything else. Oh, holy smokes. Oh, good night. Yes, Sterling. Yes. Oh man. Dude, I was just watching that unfold, and right when my thoughts hit my head, like, and then your comment came up and just oh boy. No, you just missed all of us trying to figure out what unleashed your laugh. Sterling Ross did, is what did it. Oh, good night, dude. That was funny, man. I don't even know what I was even talking about. Oh, gosh. Dude, that was. Oh. Some of y'all ain't going to find it funny. It's just that I know me knowing his personality and everything and what was just unfolding. Went and watched, gotta go watch the rest of Thanks for the Chat. Have to go spend some time with the hubby. Bovand eat dinner. Bovand eat dinner. Helena, are you still in here? Oh my gosh, dude, that was good. That was pretty good. Dorothy, you would have to know what the conversation was about. I don't know where it was up in the. Like everybody wants to know now. What did Sterling say that made you laugh? You got to go back up and find it. Y'all not gonna get it if you wasn't following. It'll be like me reading a book, and while I'm reading the book, I bust out laughing. Y'all like, what's funny? I'm like, well, now you're not gonna get it, so you got to go back and read the book. Oh, okay. I sent you a message back. I don't know if you got it yet. Yes, Scott, absolutely. And then it's gonna be like, I know myself well enough to where I'm like, okay, so this is what happened. Da 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 yada 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 peanut butter and your mother, and then yada 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 yada. Y'all gonna be like, oh, So I know myself well enough. It's gonna fall like on. Some people are not gonna get it. Okay, I didn't know if it got to you or not because I know that recorded one didn't. So, but man. Yeah, just Western Australia, Stephen Keymore. Is it Keymore or is it Keymore or Keymore? Or Kema? All right, Stephen, man, glad that you were in here, man. Hope you come back. Got a few Aussies that comes in here. All right, Letty Lucy, you have a good one. When do you notice all your trouble started after you killed that beetle? Oh my gosh. Hey, every time Kara Lane 503, every time your picture pops up from my distance, I swear, I keep thinking that you're Susie Andrade. Oh my God, the cat chewed it like gum. That's crazy. Absolutely, Doug. Absolutely. Guys, I just got a 1-minute warning that my computer is about to update from Windows. It won't even let me stop it. It won't even let me pick another time or nothing. That's crazy. Or anybody using the computer, did you guys have to get an update or anything? It won't let me. Hell, I did it like 4 times already. Nikki66 said, okay, on with life. All right, Irish girl. Oh, Sterling, yours got an update a couple of days ago. How do you see what we look like? Your profile picture, like, well, Jackie Swanson, yours is just a orange little diggy-majigga, but like you can't see everybody else's profile. Like I'm an Irish girl has a cat chewing on a cactus. Sterling Ross has a guy walking by a cross, and Kara Lane has her regular. I think that's her picture right there. So does Dorothy Schlafer. Sterling, she was in here last night for a long time. Yeah, Susan is an OG. Barbara, I did it like because I postponed it 4 times. It's not even. It didn't even give me an option. It just said Windows will be starting soon or something like that. So, yeah. Well, hopefully so, because this really sucks. It just automatically just wants to do its own thing, you know.